What's going on, guys? JSGC back again for another daily Manchester City transfer update, where I'm rolling out daily Manchester City transfer updates here on YouTube every single day throughout January to keep you guys up to date with all the latest Manchester City transfer news. So if you haven't already, do subscribe to my channel. It is free to subscribe. We've now hit 40,000 subscribers. So firstly, I wanted to say a big thank you to you guys for all the continued support over the last few days, weeks, months and years. It means a lot to me. And now we're going to be aiming for 50,000 subscribers, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. Also, don't forget social media links, they're in the description if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter, Instagram and TikTok. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. And don't forget to leave a thumbs up on the video. Once more, aiming for 800 likes, today's like goal, so any help towards that would be great. Finally, I want to say a big thank you to my friends over at Stocks FC, who are today's video sponsor. Where Stocks FC is a football stock market where you can buy stocks in your favourite players and earn cash rewards based on performances. Stocks FC are giving away 5 free stocks to every user that signs up this month to get you started. It also gives you the chance to familiarise yourself with the platform. It's free to sign up. Just use the link in the description or the QR code on screen. It does help to support the future content created here on my channel through doing that. You can scout young new prodigies and buy them early before the price potentially rises. You can buy stocks in star players too, earn weekly dividend payments every time your player scores a goal, gets an assist and makes key passes. Your free loan stocks are eligible for cash reward payouts for 1 month, so why not get involved? Check out the link in the description and get your 5 free loan stocks and begin your journey with Stocks FC. And a big thank you to Stocks FC for sponsoring today's video. So we're going to start off with the outs. Before we get on to the big juice of Kyle Walker, we're going to speak about Tomas Galvez. Now, SC Cambuur over in the Netherlands, who play in the second division, has signed the Manchester City youngster on loan until the end of the season. Galvez is a 19-year-old English left back and wanted to wish Tom the very best of luck on his loan spell and wishing him all the very best in the Netherlands as well. Now, moving on, we've got the latest on Kyle Walker. We had huge news come in last night after Manchester City's game with Salford City in the FA Cup. Kyle Walker was left out of Manchester City's squad to face Salford, and after the game, Pep had confirmed that Kyle had asked Chicky 2 days ago to leave and end his career abroad. Pep said that it's going to be difficult to get sorted this month. He doesn't know what is going to happen. It does explain why we've been getting linked with Ola Aina over at Nottingham Forest, and does explain a lot with what's been happening over the last few days and weeks with Kyle Walker as well. Now, Mike McGrath has said that AC Milan want Kyle Walker from Manchester City. They're confident that a deal can be done this month. However, no formal offer has gone into Manchester City as of yet for Kyle Walker. Now, Matteo Moretto over in Italy has said that Manchester City would be open to letting Kyle Walker leave for free this month, which I'm not too sure that Man City would be happy with no fee, considering that Kyle Walker's still got 18 months left on his contract. I don't think it will be a large fee that City will be looking for. We will have to wait and see. Now, Kyle Walker not happy with the abuse that he's received from some Manchester City fans, and it has unsettled him and it's made him want to leave the club, which I think is a real sorry and sad way to see a wonderful player like Kyle Walker leave Manchester City. I think we can all sit here and accept that Kyle Walker's best days are maybe behind him. A slower league in Europe would probably suit Kyle Walker better, and from the aspect of off the field, I think it'd suit Kyle Walker to get away from England and the press over here and everything. It'd do him the world of good. Maybe it should have come last summer. Maybe it should have come the summer before. Maybe he's decided at the wrong time that maybe he's outstayed his welcome at Manchester City, so to speak. So I don't mean that he's not welcome at Manchester City. I just mean that it's not working for him anymore, and rather than face up to reality and walk away, has decided he's going to stay and try and see if he can prove himself and everybody else wrong. And we all know what was going to happen ultimately, and I just feel like this month is a really good time with Kyle Walker's head clearly not at Manchester City for him to leave the club. But if and when he does leave Manchester City, he will get my full best wishes, and I will speak very fondly about how good of a player and how good of a right back Kyle Walker was, and his ability to be able to deal with some of the biggest and best names in world football whilst representing Manchester City. And I think it will be a sad day seeing Kyle Walker leave. I think it's going to be a sad day when we see Ilkay Gundogan leave once more, and we see the likes of Kevin De Bruyne as well. But this is going down with Man City's tactic of being ruthless in the transfer market. We want to bring the average age of the squad down. We want to bring through the next generation, and sadly, this is how you go about it. I think Kyle Walker's going to leave, and I think that could happen this month. Now, Florian Plettenberg has said that despite interest coming in from Saudi Arabia, Kyle Walker would prefer to stay in Europe amid links with him with AC Milan. So it's looking like AC Milan are the team that want to sign Kyle Walker this January. Now, moving on to the ins, Juma Bah back in the headlines. Alan Nixon has said this morning that Juma Bah to Manchester City could be back on. The 18-year-old centre-back from Sierra Leone plays for Real Valladolid on loan in Spain currently. Manchester City want to bring Bah in and keep him in Spain until the end of the season. City's plan then for next season, so the 2025-26 season, was to send him out on loan to another Premier League team, which Juma Bah didn't like the plan, and so he chose Inter Milan over Manchester City. Now, Inter were willing to pay 15 million euros or 12 million pounds. That deal to Inter has officially stalled, which means Manchester City's name is back out there. RC Lens and Fenerbahce are also keen, but Manchester City have had another meeting and done another pitch to Juma Bah and believe that they have done enough to convince Bah to join Manchester City and spend the next 18 months on loan. Question is, what have Man City altered? Maybe they've just kept the same deal in place. We'll have to wait and see, but it's looking like maybe Juma Bah will become a Manchester City player after all. Now, I'm not too sure what impact this is going to have on Man City chasing after some other centre-backs. I imagine probably not going to have any impact. And speaking of centre-backs, that leads us nicely onto Vitor Reis. Now, Ben Jacobs has said that the first offer went into Palmeiras 2 days ago, which was rejected by Palmeiras in Brazil. They say that Palmeiras are wanting more than £30 million for him. He says that Reis is staying until July is as important to them as the finances of this deal. Manchester City are planning a second offer and are getting closer to an agreement. Personal terms verbally already agreed with the 18-year-old Brazilian centre-back. Now, moving on, we've got a very big update on Omar Marmoush, and Ben Jacobs has said that Frankfurt have told Manchester City to pay more than £60 million to make the transfer happen. Says that a deal isn't far from being agreed for the 25-year-old Egyptian attacker from Eintracht Frankfurt. Now, Nicola Schira in Italy has said that the deal is in the final stages and Marmoush is going to be signing a 5-year contract. I don't know if that means it's going to be a 4.5-year deal or a 5.5-year deal. With it being done mid-season, it's going to have a half in it. So saying a 5-year contract, I don't know if it's 4.5 or 5.5. I'm waiting on further clarification on that. Now, a Frankfurt official has said that there is official contact with the club for the signing of Omar Marmoush, and one European club has expressed an interest in doing that, which I think we all know, reading between the lines, which European club that is going to be. And Fabrizio Romano said last night that Manchester City have had meetings with Frankfurt after their game away at St. Pauli yesterday, which Frankfurt did win by 1-0 thanks to a goal from, you guessed it, Omar Marmoush on 32 minutes. Talks were very positive, and Manchester City are at the formality part of this stage where they're going to put in their opening offer, which is expected to come early of the next week. So I'm talking in the next 24 to 48 hours. Manchester City want this deal to be done in the next week. Ben Jacobs has confirmed what Fabrizio Romano has said, with an official bid is going in, and Manchester City are now closing in on signing Omar Marmoush with them positive talks last night. And Fabrizio Romano has continued and gone on today to say that that official bid is going in soon, but he's not elaborated on when soon is. Perhaps that bid goes in even today. I'm expecting Man City to put that official bid in and make things official in the next 24 hours. So I think this is going to be a very big next 24 to 48 hours for Manchester City, and that's for Omar Marmoush And also leads us nicely onto an update on Abdukodir Khusanov. Now, RMC Sport in France have said that Khusanov, the 20-year-old Uzbekistan centre-back for RC Lens, is expected in England on Monday to complete his Manchester City medical, to sign his Manchester City contract and become a Manchester City player. Khusanov wasn't in the RC Lens squad for today's game against Le Havre, which has now been confirmed he isn't in their matchday squad ahead of him joining Manchester City, and Fabrizio Romano has given word today that the medical, contract signing and work permit will be submitted by Manchester City to sign Abdukodir Khusanov from RC Lens to make him a Manchester City player in the next 24 to 48 hours. So we're talking Monday or Tuesday, Khusanov will be a Manchester City player, and Omar Marmoush isn't far behind. So there we go. That has been today's transfer update. If you did enjoy this video, please do leave a thumbs up. I'm aiming for 800 likes, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. Also, don't forget as well to leave your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new around here. Daily Manchester City transfer updates to keep you guys up to date every single day here on YouTube with all the latest Manchester City transfer news. So if you haven't already, do subscribe. It is free. We're now less than 10,000 subs away from 50,000 subscribers, and boy, that is a real big number. Also, don't forget as well to go and check out my social media links. They're in the description if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter, Instagram and TikTok. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. And finally, do go and check out today's video sponsor, which is brought to you by my friends over at Stocks FC. Stocks FC are giving you the opportunity, using my link in the description or the QR code on screen, to claim 5 free stocks. So do go and check it out. It is free to sign up, and anybody that does use my link in the description or the QR code on screen does help to support the future content created here on my channel, so I would appreciate anybody checking that out. Remember, it is free, so worthwhile doing. Links and details there in the description. And a big thank you to Stocks FC for sponsoring this transfer update, and I'll see you guys religiously tomorrow for the next daily Manchester City transfer update. Alternatively, you can go and check out my match review, match reaction and match analysis of Manchester City's emphatic 8-0 win against Salford City in the FA Cup third round from yesterday. That video, the last video on my channel, which is where I speak more in detail about Kyle Walker as well. So go and check it out, and I will see you tomorrow for the next transfer update. So I've been JSGC. Thank you everyone for watching. Hope everyone is safe and well. Peace. Ciao for now.